power and promise. The story of the 1986 Minnesota Twins. The dawn of the 1986 season held great promise for the Twins, and starting the year on the right foot was the goal of a tough spring camp. A combination of hard work, youthful exuberance, and spirited enthusiasm had the Twins feeling pretty optimistic about the upcoming campaign. And that optimism, along with good pitching and a potentially solid defense, gave manager Ray Miller at least some reason to believe that the Twins had a good enough grip on things to pick up and head north. Opening day, Oakland. The A's intended to cut the Twins down to size, but Minnesota had other ideas, and none of them too hospitable. Minnesota didn't muster many hits, but they made each one count. And by holding Oakland at bay with some dazzling defense. The Twins did start the season on the right foot by winning 2 of their first 3. Then it was back home. A crowd of over 42,000 gathered for the home opener to see the Twins start off their 25th anniversary season by sinking the Mariners. Gary Gaetti hit his first home run of the season as the Twins held the Mariners to 1 run with some defensive gem. All in all, an excellent effort for the Twins as they set their sights on 3 wins in their first 4 games. A twin-killing par excellence as the Twins walked away with a 5-1 win in their home opener. A powerfully pleasant debut for Minnesota. But the most pleasant early season surprise was Kirby Puckett's home run power. Kirby captured national attention, showing off home run power that was great, using his husky frame of 5'8". Puckett led off 4 games with round trippers to everyone's amazement.
I don't believe it. Kirby Puckett leads the American League with 10 home runs.
The All-Stars' total of 31 home runs was also more than any other leadoff hitter. But the Twins still ran into tough times. From a young season that seemed to promise so much, awoke cruel reality. The Twins' forward progress was halted. 12 losses in 17 games pushed Twins never climbed back into the race, but as Ken Herbeck picked up, so did the Twins. And for Herbeck, it was a brand new day. Kirby picked up considerably after a slow start, belting 29 home runs while knocking in 91. The Twins were at their best when Herbeck hit 8 home runs and 27 RBIs in June. Herbie helped power the Twins with some exceptional performances that deserve a tip of the cap, including one 5-for-5 game, and his usual display of monstrous home runs corresponded to his usual contributions on the field and also to some very charitable causes.
We had a golf tournament for Lou Gehrig's disease, which my father died from in 1982. Johnny Costino's group won the thing. Mickey Hatcher was second, and Tom Bernansky's group was third. So we had a great day, and the guys said a couple of guys said it was the funnest day they ever had on the golf course, and some guys were a little disappointed because of some of the people I had to play with. We ended up making over $20,000 in the thing, so it's a great step, and hopefully I'm trying to make this an annual thing, and hopefully have it next year and maybe raise $30,000.
No question that Minnesota's native son is a heavy hitter in more ways than one. Fun-loving Herbeck could really pick him on defense and was good at pickoffs, too. Well, sometimes, but Herbeck did anchor an infield that by midseason became solid. Gagne, Lombardozzi, Gaetti, and Herbeck, an infield that can field. Herbeck played his usual stellar defense that included some cat-quick maneuvers and amazing agility for a 6'4" 230-pound giant.
Wow, Ken Herbeck. For a big guy, can he move?
Herbeck also impressed his teammates.
As big as he is, I don't think you'll find a better fielder than him. I think he has more mobility than I do out there.
Gary Gaetti patrols the other corner of the diamond. The third baseman also displayed remarkable mobility. Gaetti and Herbeck make the Twins most respectable at the corners.
Herbie and I have been together for 5 years now, and I think we hold our own pretty well at the corners with anybody in the league. Two guys up the middle, I mean, they combine on a double play as well as anybody in the league.
High praise for the young combination. Greg Gagne gagged rallies with some breathtaking grabs. And along with second baseman Steve Lombardozzi, the two teamed up for 168 twin killings, establishing themselves as a proficient double play combination.
We take pride in the double play, and I think we got about 160 some this year, and hopefully we can get more next year.
We're all still young, and I think our better years are ahead of us.
Well, no denying that. The future is bright for the sluggers of Scarlet and Navy. The guys who go for the goner. Fanfare for the Fantastic Five, the hard hitters and the big league blitzers. Minnesota's offensive lineup.
Puckett, Kirby, center field.
Gaetti, Gary, third base.
Smalley, Roy, first base, second base, third base, shortstop, DH. Bernansky, Tom, right field. I catch all the balls Kirby can't get to.
Herbeck, Kent, first base, biggest guy on the team and proud member of this group.
And when it came time for a four-sacker, bombs away.
That's high to right. Bain just looks up, and this ball is long gone.
Oh, deep to left field off the bat of Bernansky. If it stays fair, it's gone. It's fair and gone.
Throws a fastball, and Puckett unloads. Deep out to left center field. Well tagged going. It is gone. A home run into the monuments out in deep left center field.
Gaetti hits it in the air to left field. Pretty good. Back goes Herndon. It's going. It's gone. A home run for Gaetti. Bang. Sends this one deep to right. Well tagged. Back is Barfield. That one's gone.
High, deep drive to left field. This ball is going to be out of here.
The assault on the 61 Yankee record continues. Team homer number 118 and a 4-0 lead.
The Twins clattered 196 home runs. Smalley smashed 20. Bernansky bashed 23. Herbeck hammered 29. Kirby cracked 31. And Gaetti galloped around the bases 34 times. 3 cheers for Minnesota's men of muscle.
A lot of big, strong dudes that practice hitting home runs.
Power and promise personified. A group of sluggers who in 1986 hit the right note. Now, home runs are certainly a big attraction in big league baseball, and the Twins drew to the tune of 1.25 million fans, some of whom feasted quite heartily. Twins fans even stayed in tune from the football press box. Yes, sir, special times were shared by all when players' wives and children gathered to play ball. And most importantly, the Twins players managed to keep a bright outlook despite their hard luck. A most endearing quality.
All right.
And when it came to games of fortune, the Wheel of Fortune and popular game show host Pat Sajak made a Metrodome appearance, as did Mike Vanna White Smithson. Roy Smalley, Frank Viola, and Ken Herbeck duked it out in a furious game until only 9 blanks remained. Then, after a brief but exciting battle, a daring guess was attempted.
Oh, I'd like to guess the puzzle.
What is it?
Home field advantage.
Hey!
All right.
And the Wheel of Fortune booby prize was the most regrettable misfortune. Then the Twins were again tested, but this time in another game, Twins in Jeopardy! I was host. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Twins in Jeopardy, the game show that puts the Minnesota Twins in jeopardy. And now, introducing our contestants, Minnesota born and bred first baseman Kent Herbeck. And doing his second tour of duty with the Minnesota Twins, infielder Roy Smalley. And coming to us by way of New York City and St. John's University, our fine left-hander Frank Viola. And gentlemen, now let's begin. Pick a category. Our categories are Twins attractions, Twins trivia, Thunderdome doings, and twin killings. Pick a category and a number, either 50, 100, 200, or 1 million. And let's begin with Roy Smalley. All right, Roy.
I'm going to go with twin killings for $1 million, Herb.
And here's a big one, twin killings, good for 1 million. The question is, name a Minnesota twin who tried to kill a member of the rodent family.
Well, unless you count Ken Herbeck trying to kill his roomie, the rat, Gaetti, I'll have to go with...
One answer, please.
I'll have to go with Bert Blyleven's attempted rat slaughter in Cleveland.
Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. All right, and here's a bit of videotape I think you'll find quite interesting.
Well, all I know is I was watching the game very intensely. I wasn't pitching that day, and I'm watching the hitters, and all of a sudden time is called, and there's a rat out in left field. I think he wanted to play short that inning. Gaggs put his glove down, he ran into his glove, and he came running off the field, and he dropped the rat. It started running, and I started chasing after it, trying to beat the rat. As a good hitting pitcher that I am, I missed. I took my first swing at it. All of a sudden, the boos started, and I thought right away of Dave Winfield when he accidentally killed the seagull up in Toronto. I thought if I kill the rat in Cleveland, I might end up in jail that night.
Well, that was Bert Blyleven in his vain attempt to get the rat there. Looks like Bert might need a little extra BP. And now to the old left-hander, Frank Viola.
Thunderdome doings for 200.
Thunderdome doings for 200. Who is the slowest Twins player?
I think it's without a doubt me, but nobody wants to know that. So if you're looking at it and realistically,
That was his answer.
No, Tim Laudner.
That
Because
is
he lost to Al Woods yesterday.
That is a correct answer.
Thank you.
All right. And now, let's watch this videotape.
I got 10 on Woods. I'll give you 7 to 5 odds.
Hello there, everybody. This is your announcer, Lem Nella. Our speedy contestants are just about ready. And they're off! What a start! It's neck and neck. What a race! Woods is a slide. It's Laudner coming up. It's Laudner and Woods. Oh, a photo finish! Here's the replay. It's close, but the officials declare, Al Woods the winner! My, oh, my!
Incidentally, Al Woods says you still don't have to call him Twinkle Toes. Okay, let's go with Ken Herbeck.
I'd like Twins trivia for $1 million. I'm really going to go big here, Herb. I'm all or nothing this final round.
This one worth $1 million. Which Twins player has a nomenclature that's palindromic?
I think I do. I think I do, Herb.
Can I answer that question for $1 million, Herb, or is this only Herbie's?
Well, let's hold on just a minute, Roy. I'll have to consult with the judges to see if they will accept your answer.
If he doesn't know it, I want that mill.
Judges, is Roy eligible to? He is eligible to answer this question.
Mark Salas's nomenclature is palindromic, Herb.
That's absolutely correct.
Spelled the same way frontwards and backwards.
Well, I'm not that smart. I didn't know. That's okay.
Well, that was really a tough one, Kent, but Roy, nice going.
Yeah.
Well, there's the bell to end our match, and our winner is Roy Smalley. Roy, congratulations. You have just won 2,100,000 pieces of bubble gum.
I won in the Wheel of Fortune. I'm real proud about that.
I'm also too.
Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.
Find a game that can win.
Now let's go from Twins in jeopardy to Major Leagues in jeopardy. Nail-biting time for last-second Twins heroics. So let's go now to the field of play and move from game shows to showstoppers. First up, Steve Lombardozzi.
Bouncing ball, a fair ball. Into the left field corner. Puckett on his way to third. Rounding third. They send him in. Here's the throw. Too late. Twins win.
More late-inning answers from one of the top pinch hitters in the majors, Randy Bush.
Fastball swung on and a long drive by Randy Bush. Upstairs in right field, a home run for Randy Bush.
Now to another fellow who answers on the bean, Billy.
There's a low breaking ball swung on, a long drive in the left field way back. And that one is gone over the railing and left. A 3-run homer for Billy Bean. Bill's 5th hit of the ball game.
Another last-second rally to cap the show, a Gagne gamer.
And here's the pitch on the way, swung on the line. Manning coming over, it's in there for a base hit. It's time, and the Twins win it by a score of 8-7.
And more wheels of good fortune.
There go the runners. The pitch is lined to center field. Dropping. It's going to drop in. And it bounces over Darrell Boston. And we may have another inside the Parker. We will. Here's Gagne rounding third. And he can crawl in.
Exciting victories sometimes also come as a result of outstanding arms. And for the Twins, Bert Blyleven limbered up opposing hitters with a spectacular curve and high, hard heat. In '86, Bert also achieved career strikeout number 3,000 against the A's.
By about the third inning, I had 5 or 6 already, and I thought, well, heck, this is a good day to get it.
Breaking ball, he struck him out. Bert Blyleven with his 3,000th strikeout.
Really didn't expect to get it that day, but I had good stuff, and they were swinging at the balls and missing them.
Unfortunately for Bert, they did make contact enough times to break the all-time record for home runs in a season with 50. But he still pitched 16 complete games and won 17. Frank Viola, who was second on the team to Blyleven, with a career-high 191 strikeouts, managed to pull in 16 wins, matching the number on his back. Something Neil Heaton would have a tough time doing, but the left-hander showed promise in '86, as did right-hander Mark Portugal. And Mike Smithson, tallest player in the major leagues, won 13 to round out a pitching staff that at times sparkled and on other occasions fizzled. How would you sum up the season, Mike?
Probably could sum it up consistently inconsistent.
While Twins pitchers were at times inconsistent, the Metrodome was the home of men who exemplified consistency. The Dome continued to be a bastion of strength in 1986, a fortress of good, where Minnesota's men of might do battle, combating the American League's forces of evil. The Dome was the home of 2 particularly powerful figures, a pair of heroes who had no equal, figures who emerged from the shadows of the Dome to rule with pride and awesome powers. These gladiators of baseball glory were no match for mere mortals. These men are the Dome Warriors. Let's go. These men of steel awed all those who knew of their ability. And when it came down to crossing the white lines of battle, these men knew no fear.
Watch this.
Thunderdome.
Metrodome marvels, the titans of Twins Thunder.
Show me the lightning trick again.
It's all in the wrist.
Kirby Puckett and Gary Gaetti, dome warriors who pack tons of thunder and loads of lightning. On offense, on the base path, and on defense, in center field, and at third base. And in 1986, they came of age.
I have nothing to hold my head down about, and I just wish I could hit like this every year. That'd be my only wish. I can do the same thing every year.
It seems like I've learned more about playing baseball in 1 year than I have over the past 4.
And he proved it with the strength of his bat.
Here goes a shot to left field, and that is bye-bye, baby, too. Gone. Home run, Gary Gaetti.
With a swing as smooth as silk, Gaetti also drove in 108 runs while maintaining a rock-solid .287 average, also smashing 34 home runs, more than any other American League infielder. As for Kirby Puckett, he walloped more home runs than any other center fielder.
Puckett sends the first pitch of the ball game deep to left field. Well hit, it's gone. A home run by Kirby Puckett.
The All-Stars' total of 31 home runs was also more than any other leadoff hitter. The two were truly Minnesota's men of might.
You know, Gary's always seemed to be the last one mentioned, the last one talked about, the least publicized player. Gary goes out and plays every day, plays hard every day, and it's deserving that the numbers he's put up, that he's finally got the recognition.
Puck probably has more natural ability than anybody I've ever played with, and there again, he's a hard worker. He's a guy who plays every day, and that's something that means a lot to the other players on the team. That's something that earns you respect.
It would be tough not to respect two men who were top 10 sluggers and who are Minnesotans at heart.
I love Minnesota. I made Minnesota my home, so it's I like it a lot. I think it's the fans here are great, and I just hope that I can be here for the rest of my career.
I feel like I'm going to be around here a long time, and I can't be anything but optimistic about my team because I'm not going to play for a loser the rest of my career. I don't consider myself a loser, and I just think we're too good to be playing like we are.
The sight on the future is a bright one. And the promise to bring the Twins to the top of the American League West is a heartfelt one. On Fan Appreciation Day, the Twins repaid their fans with an emotional outcry of thanks for their faithful support. The Twins gave their time to express thanks by signing autographs and even returning a few souvenirs. And as yet another gesture, players gave fans their jerseys. And the Twins made a promise to recapture a winning spirit. And turning the fans' hopes, dreams, and enthusiasm into something to make Minnesotans proud of. A promise that will one day become reality and one day bring a championship to the state of Minnesota. And pitcher Bert Blyleven reflected those sentiments.
You know, it was a frustrating year for us. I'm representing the players. We had a lot of players that had great individual years. I was very fortunate in 1979 to play on a World Championship club, and I know what it takes to win. And if we can, going into next season, get together as a unit and 25 guys having the best years we're capable of having, hopefully we can bring a World Series to Minnesota. Because I know these players want to win. Thank you very much for supporting us. And next year we want to draw more than 2 million because we are going to be winners. Thank you.
A World Series in Minnesota. A thought exciting enough to warm every Minnesotan's heart. And the players believe in that thought, because with power and promise and some progress, they can make it happen.
Swinging a dog drive, hit deep to left field. This one has a chance. Way back. Wave it. Bye-bye. Kirby Puckett.
Here's Puckett. He swings. There it goes. Another one. Going. A home run for Kirby Puckett.
There's a high fly ball hit to left field. Backing up is Griffey. Back. And it's in the seats. Wave it. Bye-bye. Steve Lombardozzi, a home run. There's a high fly ball, well hit to right center field. Backing up is Henderson at the warning track at the fence. He can't make the catch. Herbeck comes in to score. Gaetti scores. Here comes Randy Bush around to score as Salas goes to third with a 3-run triple. Herbeck on his way to third, and he will be in there standing. Bernansky to second, safe. Herbeck is coming home, safe.
Washington trying for an inside-the-park homer. The throw, he slides head first. He got in there. There it goes.
A long drive to left and a cycle for Kirby Puckett. His 22nd home run. Well back into the left field seat, scoring Lombardozzi.
Twins win.